So we had a tailwind session, I think 2 weeks ago, and Fidel and Brian were to take us through how to build the UI for this chatbot. But what will happen once you clone the chatbot and then run it, what you'll see is this icon over here. So this is just plug and play. You can just copy paste this code into whichever project you have, and then you'll see, it's a typical chatbot interface. And you can also, it's mobile responsive. So, you know, I added that for you guys. So basically, what you need to do once you clone this project is, okay, I didn't want to get too technical, but yeah, I just want to show you guys how to set it up. The rest, you don't have to know. So all you have to do is, once you clone the project, you have this JavaScript file. And then on line 8, you'll see the API key. Now, this API key is what allows you to access OpenAI's API. APIs are usually application program interfaces. They allow you to interface with other applications. So what happens is you'll have to come to the to platform.openai.com, sign up for an account, and then you'll see this menu items. Click on API keys, create a new secret key. You can name it anything. Demo2, create a secret key. Now, keep in mind that you have to copy this key from this module, because once you click on done, you won't be able to view it again. So ensure you click on this, click done. You have it on your clipboard, right? So you can come back to your code, which you, from my repository, then paste it over here. So just before we paste, let's see what happens if we prompt our chatbot. So here you can tell it, who are you? And then so what happens is it will tell you something's wrong because it doesn't have the API. What's happening at the moment is it's getting this error over here. So if you try to access the same URL, you didn't provide an API key. So let's provide that. And then so you just paste it over there, click save. And then once you're done with that, with the API key on line 8, ignore the rest if you're not familiar with JavaScript, HTML, CSS. Just scroll down until you reach this point, line 42. So here is where you give your chatbot custom instructions. So you can tell it, you're an AI assistant named, let's say what, Clio. Is Clio here? Okay, let's go with named Bethany, right? Your job is to provide insights. Now, this will depend on what you want your chatbot to do. So your job is to provide insights on what? On, can someone suggest something? Or let's go with the current. Okay, it doesn't have access to stocks. So on just AI in general. Then you can tell it, don't answer any questions that aren't related to AI, right? Then that's it. So your chatbot is set. Now you can go to AI. Now you can yeah, you can come back to the chatbot and you'll see that it will tell you now when you prompt it what is AI. It's thinking. Then give it a few seconds, depending on this usually depends on the traffic, amount of people querying the API and so on. Let's just give it a few seconds. Mhm.
Hi, Adrian.
Oh, hi, hi.
As
Fidel.
we're waiting for the response, could you kindly increase the font of the code? Hatukukuwa tunaona.
Oh, oh, I'm sorry
Yeah,
about that. Sorry about that.
yeah, thank you.
Although I didn't want us to focus on the code because um, how do you do this? File preferences, settings, um, font size 20. Let's see. Is that better?
Yeah, that's better. Thank you.
So again, okay, for those who didn't see, my laptop is hanging. So for those who didn't see, um, you see where we have the body, where we have the role. So the role of the system here is basically your chatbot. You're able to specifically to give it specific instructions. And this is what was done before this new updates that have come about. So you're able to give it custom instructions and also limit it to what it can answer and what it can't. So yeah, it's taking too long. Because of time, we won't. Maybe we'll come back to this later. But now, what you want to do is build. Okay, here's the response, right? And so you can, if you ask it something like, mm, "What's uh, what's the best music genre?" Um, will take long. So no. Okay, anyway, we'll come back to that and see if it answers something that's outside the AI. Now, what we want to do is we want to build a bot which can teach you guys how to build that GPT bot, right? Because this was a session we're supposed to have, but we didn't have it. So what if you want to build, we want to make a tailor-made GPT for a specific task? That's where GPTs come in. You can see here I have a couple. I have some for the units I'm taking at the moment. So, and I've uploaded notes to them, and you'll see how this happens. So the UI itself, we have two tabs. You have create and configure. You can either configure this manually or just by chatting to with this GPT builder interface over here, or you can, again, configure manually these things. So what we want is we want, okay, I want a, a GPT that teaches students how to build GPTs, right? And then, yeah, so, okay, how to build, no, not GPTs, chatbots using HTML, CSS, and JS, right? So it takes in your input and then it starts to update a GPT to use your instructions, right? Now, just a minute as we wait. Mhm. All this is still in beta, so you might encounter a few bugs here and there, but just be patient with the system. So once it updates, I'm sure okay. Okay, as it's updating, let's prepare the next prompt. Although it will ask us for a name and what's on, but we'll see. So maybe let's make a draft on this. Okay, it's been updated. So you see, it's assigned it a name, chatbot tutor. If you're okay with that, you can just say, yes, sounds good. Sorry, sounds good. And then let's see. So it now tries to generate a profile picture based on the name and the context that you give it over here. Right. Again, this takes a while. Not too much time, but you have to wait. But yeah, so it's generated this sort of profile picture. Do you like it? Yes, I like it. Now you see, this is very conversational. It's not technical at all. You don't need to know how to code or anything like that. But now you have a custom GPT that's able to, build a chatbot. So yes, so now we want to specify the instructions that it's supposed to follow. Now I want it to adhere to the code that we had and that kind of format. So what I'll do is using the files that I'll give you, right? Um, Strictly adhere to them in delivering responses to your users slash students. Okay, you can have typos, it will obviously understand, but anyway, uh, I'll upload them in a few. Well, okay, now when you come to configure, you see it's already generated everything for us. We have the name, we have the description, the instructions, conversation starters, and you can see this on this side also. And it also enabled the code interpreter, the web browsing, and image generation. So all you need to do, we come to the knowledge tab over there, and we select. So these are all the files that I used to create the chatbot. So you select four of them. It's able to accept any type of file. So whether it's CSV files, even Excel sheets, PDFs, and so on. So once mm, I've uploaded everything, um, I have, you now tell it I have now uploaded the files. Um, Time to test you out. So yeah, again, let's see the response. Just a few seconds. So now it updates the GPT with the files that you added, right? Um, so all this you couldn't, okay, you could, but it was quite technical to do. You had to know, all this sort of the code, you have to know how to integrate the APIs, but at the moment, but now with GPTs, you can just pretty much talk to it and it will do the rest of the things for you. The only thing you have to do is maybe if you have specific content you want to use, you can just upload it to the knowledge base. And this accepts a lot of files. I think the limit is 22. I might be wrong, but yeah, that's quite a lot of files. Now, no, I don't at the moment. So now we can start. Okay, so let's say we have this function over here. We have the generate response function. I can just come and ask it, explain line by line what the function does, right? And then let's check it out. So it's extracted the function from the chatbot.js file, and then it starts slowly by slowly. Remember the API URL we had, and it explains for you what everything does, right? And so this is very useful when it comes to notes. Maybe if you have a team and you don't understand a certain piece of code, you can do it. There's so many, what's it called, functionalities you can achieve with this. Now we come to the interesting part, right? Integrating with other products. So we have over here, you have actions and you have additional settings. Now this is to either opt in or out of the and increase your voice. Uh, am I not audible? Is it okay now? Chariot. I hope. Mm. Is it the same for other people? Anyone?
I think you've increased your voice a bit. Now you're audible enough.
Oh, okay, okay. My
Yeah.
phone was a bit far. That's why. Sorry
No.
about that. But anyway, so down here you can see the app. I'm not sure if you can see this or if my you have actions and you have additional settings. Additional settings, you can toggle this on or off. I usually toggle it off. I don't want OpenAI to train um, their models on my data, right? So there's speculation that they are able to access all these files. So you need to, you know, for, for peace of mind, just disable this. Now we come to actions. Actions enable you to interface with other applications or even your own APIs that you built. A, a, let's say you have a project that does um, like an e-learning platform, you can, and it has an API, a REST API, you can interface, you can use this GPT to interface with that API. So here we want to create a few actions. We'll explore which actions we can um, we can integrate into this GPT. So what happens is you can either um, add your own. So if you have an API endpoint, you can add your, but you don't want to do that, right? You don't want to do that. That's too technical for us. What you want to do is use, there's this app, this company called Zapier or Zapier, whatever you want to call it. It's meant to integrate multiple products. It has over 5,000 companies from which you can integrate um, in, how do I put it? Like, let's say if it's Gmail, you can integrate it with this, you can integrate it with Slack. I think I saw WhatsApp, Trello, and so on. So what we'll do is there's this article over here of how to integrate AI actions into your GPTs. Let me just share with you guys. Um, I- okay, so let's remove all this unnecessary. Yes, that one. So once you click on that, you'll see uh, this URL over here. Now, this is what you copy. Just, you don't have to read all of this because it can be confusing sometimes. So all you have to do is just copy this URL over here, paste it to, you see this, when you click, okay, let me go back to where it was before. If you click on import from URL, you paste that link and then you import, right? Once you import, just ignore the schema. That whole code, you don't really need it. Let's see, couldn't find. Let's see again. Let's. So yes, here it is. So our actions are there. Now, what we need to do next is on the same article, scroll down to this URL. I'll paste it for you again down here, and then so the
Hi, Adrian. I think we lost you. Kindly check your internet connection. We cannot hear you.
No, that's not the problem. I was muted the entire time.
Oh, so
Oh my god. Where okay, where did you lose me? Where did you lose me? Had I explained how to create this action?
I think you
Hmm.
can just rewind from where you're
Okay.
explaining to import the URL.
No worries, no worries. Let
Uh,
me do that. Sorry. So I've deleted it. So what you do is you come to actions, right? You create a new action. Then you see this schema is empty. So you don't have to write anything there. You come to import URL again. Then you come to um, the first link I sent you guys, right? It will take you to this. This is an article. What you do is you come to get started. You copy this. They call it a special URL. Uh, but then you paste it here, right? Once you paste it and import, it will import for you the appropriate schema for Zapier, right? Once you've done that, it enables you to get a list of available actions, which will create in a few, and it will enable the GPT to also run an action. Now, back to this article, you scroll down a bit, you'll find this link. You copy the link, open a new tab, right? Paste it, and then you'll see this. Okay, it had an incomplete action, but you'll see the page you saw with no actions. So let's complete this action. Um, Ama, let's actually delete it and do this afresh. So this is what you'll be presented with. Now what you do is you add a new action. Now you search. You see you have Slack. You wait for a few. You have all these actions you can do, right? You have um, Google Docs, and then it will search for all the actions, and then it will give you um, all the Google Docs actions. So what you want to do is, let's say, create document from text that has been generated by our GPT. So what happens, we click on that, and then tell me to choose an account. So if you don't have an account here, you'll be able to connect to your Google account. Now, for the document name, I want to have AI guess the field, but you can also set a specific field. So you can say, okay, so all documents created by this GPT will be called, um, let's say, GPT bot, um, right? GPT bot, sorry. Um, what am I doing? GPT bot. And then the document content will let the AI guess. Then you have show all options. Now, for show all options, here you're able to select where you want the file to be stored. So you can set a specific field for this value, and it will load all your folders inside your Google Drive. So you see here I have CUEA past papers, DSAs, Chunguza projects, CV templates. So these are all my folders inside my Google, um, my personal account, right? But you can just use default root, which will be the base directory. And then over here, you can give your action a name. So let's say create doc from text. Now, once that is done, so this just helps GPT distinguish between multiple similar actions. So you can have this action but with a different setup, right? So you need to add a name so that GPT is able to differentiate. Now you don't have to check this. You can just leave it as is, and then you enable the action, right? And then maybe we can do just another action after forwarding. Okay. Then let's add a new action and call it. Now let's send an email, right? Let's try sending an email. For what reason I don't know, but uh, yeah, send an email. So just give it a moment to load. It gets my account, right? You can connect new account. You can reconnect. You can refresh. Sorry. Then two. Now you can specify the fields that you want. So if you want to send an email to yourself, you can do that. You can, I don't recommend having, I guess, a value for this. So this is maybe if you have a team of 5 people, you can add their emails here. If it's a UI guy you want to send an explanation to, you just do the same. So for me, I'll send an email to myself, and then so you can do this, comma, you can send it to who wants to try share their email. Then I send you, yes, Fidel, kindly share email. It's Fidel Otieno 11 at gmail.com. Gmail.com. If time is flying. So let me type all of you guys' emails. Silly at gmail.com and Cindy and gmail.com. Right. So I'm sure. Yeah, that's fine. Now the subject we can also um, specify. So testing our GPT. So you see, guys, this will have been so complicated to code out, but we'll see how it works. Again, show all options. We need to name this. You come here, send custom email. Laura umechelewa. Send custom email. Anyway, so we enable the action, right? Wait. Is AI guessing? Yes. Okay. So done. Now what we do is we need to add these 2 actions to our GPT instructions. Let's see. To instructions over here. But again, we don't need to code or have any knowledge of this. All you have to do is, again, remember the first article we had? You scroll down, you'll see this instruction template for AI actions. You copy this whole thing, right? You copy this whole thing and paste it beneath your instruction. So this whole thing was generated by AI. Then you just copy. All you have to do is just copy the rest of the rules. Now, you see here we have required actions. The format for this is you have the action name, the ones you were assigning, and then the link to that action. So what we'll do is since we have 2 actions, let's just edit these 2 links over here. I hope this isn't too complicated. So yes, so the name and the confirmation link, the name and the confirmation link. So the name of the action and then the confirmation link, the way that is. So if you have 3, you just copy this, and I hope this is visible. You just copy, let me zoom. Am I zoomed out? I hope this is visible for you. So you just copy the action and the confirmation link, the action and the confirmation link, right? Now, what all you have to do is you come back to this page, the actions.zapier.com GPT actions. We have the action here, send custom email. Now we come to, again, the show all options. You just copy paste this action name. You come to action. Make sure kuna space between the colon and your name, right? You come back to this, the action itself, then you just copy the URL. So that's the confirmation link. Yeah, the confirmation link like that. And then you do the same for the second one. So again, hope I'm not boring you guys with this stuff. But anyway, we're almost done. So you paste that, and then you come back to the URL itself, you copy, and then you paste this, right? And then, yeah, you're done. So all you now have to do is save to only me at the moment. The issue is, even if I'm to share with you guys, you need to have GPT-4 in order to access this. So edit GPT. You can see here now we have all our instructions with all our, but now it's time to test these actions. So generate, explain the function. Which function did you have? Generate response function again. Then we'll save it to the doc, and then we'll send that doc to all the guys who are adopted for, who are given me their emails. So explain the function, right? Okay, okay. So let's just give this a few seconds. And this uses, the responses from your chatbot will use GPT-4, which I think is a plus because it's way more advanced. It has better context and so on. Okay, so now it's done. Save this to Google Docs, right? And then we wait a bit. It starts the action. Then we'll allow, right? Give it a few seconds. So it saved the Google Doc, and if I click on this link, it takes me to my account, and this is my account. You can see it's a bit buggy because this ZP at the moment is limited by the amount of tokens it can use. So sometimes it does everything, sometimes it splits the content into two, depending on, but it's created the doc. Now what you can tell it is send it to the emails or something. Let's see if that works. Mhm. Yeah, and for sending, you need to enable replace visiting. Okay, so let's see. So it thinks this is not Gmail account, using our GPT. Okay, let's see. Send email again. Send email. Mhm. Hello. There was an issue. Okay, in a zipper configuration. So I think I'm not allowed to send email to external people. So let me try my own, and then I see. So like that. Do not include. Done. Okay. Let me try this again. So send it to me via email. Something went wrong. So yeah, there's clearly an issue with the system. It's usually buggy from time to time because it's still in beta. But yeah, you get the point. So you're able to do quite a lot with these GPTs. And once they iron out the issues, you'll be able to, integrate much more products with your GPT. So up to there, I've gone too fast because of time. But are there any questions before we move to other updates? Uh, Kindly ask any questions if you have. At least you've seen that it doesn't require any um, coding knowledge, right? So yeah. Again, just to show you some of my other GPTs, I have this one for Apache Spark. And if we come to, it's a fourth year unit at CUEA. If you come to, you see I have all these PDFs. So if once the store opens, I will be able to upload this to the GPT store. And then maybe CUEA students can use it to revise Mr. Kamau's notes via this GPT. So you're able to query and you're able to restrict it to those notes. So let's say you have an assignment. What you can do is just create a GPT, right? And then it will answer questions based off of your lecturer's um, tone or I don't know. But yeah, that's the brief um, overview of how to create GPTs. Again, okay. Can you share the recording? Yes, we'll upload the recording on YouTube. No worries. Are there any other questions? Again, I as much as I'd like to share with you this this GPT, let me see. I've tried before, but you can't really share with people who don't have the GPT Plus, and you can't even subscribe to Plus at the moment. They are taking you to a wait list because of they've been overwhelmed. So, but yeah, ideally, once you create your GPT, you're able to either publish it, but for you to be able to publish it, in the configurations, this in the configuration, there was somewhere where you're supposed, okay, when you click on publish, uh, you require to add a privacy policy here. So click that to update. Where is this? Where is this? Privacy policy. Yeah, you don't see it usually somewhere. But yeah, so any changes you make sure you click on the update. Only me works because you're not sharing with anyone else. But yeah, so that's so let's try and see if this actually does what we want it to do. How do I build a chatbot using HTML, CSS, and JavaScript? Okay, so the code in VS Code. This, you remember, okay, I had planned to teach you guys how to build a chatbot, but we don't have enough time. So what happens is you're able to access it via this link. I've uploaded it to my GitHub. Let me share that link again. There it is. Yes, thank you, Fidel. So yeah, you're able to clone this or even just download. And then once you add your API key, let's see if it replied. Yes. So you'll be able to see this in the same interface. If you're interested, I can actually maybe next week we're starting exams, so I won't be able to. But anyway, you can just copy paste the code. If there's somewhere you don't understand, ChatGPT or BARD or whatever you prefer, we'll be able to explain all this. Now, if you come to just something to mention, this is the old way of doing things, right? So if you come to the API documentation, where is that? Yeah, if you come to the API documentation, these completions sahi wanaita legacy. Yeah, meaning it's the old way of doing things. Now they've introduced assistants which are able to, you see, um, once we refresh this, uh, everything is gone, right? So whatever you chatted with this, you talked to about with this chatbot, it will be gone. But with assistance, what that new update does, it you're able to store the context of your chatbot. So hadi ukienda, you come back, you'll still be able to see, right? And it still remembers what you had talked to it about. So you don't have to say, we were talking about this. Do you remember this? Ama it deviates away from what you want. So it will always remember what you guys are talking about. And that's the main advantage of having assistants. Now, because of time, obviously, you won't be able to talk about assistants, but I can show you. Let me just direct you to this YouTube video over here by Mr. AI. Jika may quit because they're having a lot of issues at the moment. So I'm not sure if they're still there, but yeah, just check out this video. They talk about the new products, the assistants, and for publishing the GPT. So I need to give you guys this particular, yes, that one. So let's see what Joy is about. Yeah, I'll share the link, Tindi. Publishing the builder profile. I haven't gotten to that yet. I think they are rolling some of these features out. Because for me, all I can do is just create GPTs. I can't do much else. Maybe Joy can unmute and tell me. I was just oh sorry, not Joy, Jane. Wait, for the builder profile, did they need your domain so that's for the privacy policy? What was the context? So me, I don't have that builder profile. They were to release that once they open the, what's it called? The GPT store. It's when you are trying to nini. Jane, please. Okay, so for me, all I'm getting is this message over here. May appear in the GPT store coming soon. I haven't seen. Okay. So under, let's see. Huko settings. Oh, okay. Okay, so this domain, I think you can just, do you have, yeah, for me, I have this like itini.me. Uh, so I guess you just have to verify and then you add this text record to your DNS configurations. So once you do that, um, yeah, so once you do that, you'll be able to now, because you have to have the privacy policy for you to publish. That's why they are limiting you. So Adi, you can just have a GH. Can GH pages work? I'm not sure, but yeah, you can just buy a cheap domain and then maybe just take a to HTML yenye iko na a generated privacy policy. Let me privacy policy generator. There was a nice one I've used before. I think it's this one too. So you just generate um, just a random privacy policy, and then you upload it for that domain, and then you're able to now because you'll have to have that if you're to publish your images. Verify new domain again. Verify, yeah, but it's not a complicated process. So any other questions? Able to put your picture there. Any comments? Anything else you'd like to see in future sessions? Any comments? But at least I know everyone atatoka hapa na something. Even if it's a chatbot, which you're able to custom. I wish I taught you guys how to build this, although it's not too hard. Yeah. Okay. I also have other projects you can clone. Sijui, let me show. No, these ones. But yeah, you can check these notebooks out. Hospital readmissions. And yeah, this is besides the point. So if there are no other questions, I think we only have 3 minutes left. I'll share this. We'll upload this recording on YouTube, so you'll be able to rewatch and follow up in case you missed something. And yeah, so on your end, if you have access to, as you've seen, there are some bugs hapa na pale, right? Yeah, kuna bugs hapa na pale. So from some will work, some will not. Just keep retrying, keep retrying. It helps if you have a VPN sometimes. Sometimes I usually toggle between countries, and you find that some countries have it works, some don't. So just keep trying, keep experimenting. These two actually help me a lot. So even if you have friends, you guys can cost share this ChatGPT Plus. Maybe if you're 4 guys, it's 20 USD. You can pay punch, 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 and it gives you a lot of value for your money, right? So you have this, you have GPT-4, which is way more intelligent than GPT 3.5 and has better context. Let me even show you. For GPT-4, you can upload files, right? GPT 3.5, you can't. So I think it's a worthwhile investment, which you should consider for now, at least, before we see what happens with OpenAI in the coming weeks, since everyone seems to want to quit. But anyway, so yeah, guys, I'm done. I want to go past 8. Are there any questions, any other suggestions? Can you send us PDF on intro to Apache Spark summary? Oh, no notes. PDF on, okay. So, okay, I'll try summarize everything. Um, and then, so I'll try do that and then send you. So if that's it, then thanks a lot, guys, for making it this far. Unatuma wapi? I'll send it to the main group. But okay, Yes, I'll try sending it to the main group before sijui ka itaweza kusummarize. I'll need to like prompt it a lot to do all that because the notes are very intensive. But yeah, I'll try see if I can send before the cut ya kesho. At least for what he'll test tomorrow. But otherwise, thank you guys for listening. I g at least you've learned something. I hope you have. I have too. Uh, and uh, and yeah, have a good night. Thank you. If anyone's interested with staying, tuongelele what happened with OpenAI over the weekend, you can. Is anyone? Um, we have. We can stay with Fidel. Yeah. Anyway, bye guys. Bye.